Hi everybody, this is Josh Ward running for the 2018 U.S. Senate race here in Massachusetts. I want to talk to you today about what's been going on in North Dakota though, because what's been happening over the last 48 hours has been incredibly disturbing to watch and to hear. A lot of the mainstream media completely ignores what's happening, and that's just a shame, and it's criminal to some of the actions of the forces against the Native American water protectors out there are. What I've seen in the last 48 hours is that guns have been discharged, which is a serious act. Anytime a police officer has to fire his weapon, it's a serious act. You're not supposed to even pull your weapon unless it's a life or death situation. And, well, guns have been fired. I've seen the videos of horses shot and wounded. The riders clearly panicked over having been shot at, and understandably so. There was another video, a second video produced by another Native American gentleman who was very shaken, clearly, over having been shots being fired at the people. And he was going on about an 11-year-old girl being hit by a high-powered sniper rifle. Now, the people on the law enforcement side say that it didn't happen, but when shots are being fired, and they clearly have been fired out there, that it's very easily mistaken for panic people and stories to erupt. So, well, what's going on out there is things are out of control, and that is very clear. President Obama continues to allow the pipeline to be built, and despite the Native American protesters and many brave reporters who have gone and been arrested have been reporting on what's happening out there. What we need to start doing, because apparently President Obama completely ignores phone calls regarding this situation. He'll just hang up on you, which is what you really want from your president. If the president won't listen to us, and Hillary Clinton actually turned away another young girl who was carrying a letter, a plea for help to her, to one of her facilities, and they were turned away and walked out by security. So Hillary doesn't care about the people. She's probably too busy with her email investigation reopened again, which, thank you, FBI, for picking the fight back up, because that needs to be done. It's just another one of the battles going on. But clearly, no one's looking out for the people out there, with the exception of myself, Bernie Sanders, and Jill Stein. We really have to get out there and make sure these people are safe. You know, right now there's talk of pepper spray and flashbangs, which are powerful grenades going off around people that are there in prayer, women and children there in prayer, defending the burial sites of, loved ones lost. And they are being attacked. Can you imagine going to your local cemetery to say a prayer over your mother or your father or one of your loved ones, and someone all of a sudden out of nowhere, people in armored vehicles are driving 90 miles per hour at you with throwing flashbangs and then pepper spraying you, and then arresting you and carrying you off? Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Something really has to be done immediately. What I am suggesting that we start doing is taking action by calling the governors of all the states, as well as the sheriffs in each county that has sent officers out there. Now, the fault lies not only with the officers out there, but with the hired military personnel security that are out there. There's some outside contractors being hired, and they're militarized. And they may be the ones taking the shots at people on horses, but you know what? If I was an officer out there and I knew that there were militarized forces that were actually shooting at people, at their horses, for no reason. They're peaceful protesters. They will not allow weapons out there. They're trying to do this as peacefully and correctly as possible, and they're being shot at. That goes from excessive force right up to attempted murder, as far as I'm concerned. Right now, we need to get the governors and the sheriff's departments that have sent officers out there to North Dakota to recall their officers, because they're only giving the police officers that may have gone to try and do the right thing a bad name. Right now, nothing good is being done out there. Recall your officers, and please look out for the people that are protecting the water of North Dakota, because we know this company has a history of pipelines that leak, and if this pipeline leaks, it will destroy the Mississippi River and the Midwest. That's a pretty extreme case of what could happen. But it evidently will happen at some point because pipes leak. That's just fact that, there's a reason why there are plumbers around the country. Pipes leak. So there's a real issue here. People are being hurt, and it has to be taken seriously. We have to start recalling our officers. The governor of North Dakota needs to put a halt to this. He needs to send the militarized troops that he has there packing. Otherwise, law has been completely thrown out the window. And if they're willing to do it in North Dakota, if President Obama is willing to overlook what's happening there, if Hillary Clinton's willing to overlook what's happening there, if Elizabeth Warren here in Massachusetts is too busy shaking hands with Hillary to even say anything against what's happening there, then there is a serious problem with the people that are in charge of this country. And that is why I'm running for the United States Senate, because personally, if I could, I'd be sending troops and officers from the National Guard and volunteer officers from local sheriff's departments and police departments out there to stand the line and defend the water protectors. Because without water, we can live without oil. We can't live without water. So this is Josh Ford running for the 2018 U.S. Senate seat against Elizabeth Warren. Be safe out there in North Dakota, and please help inform others of what's going on and make your phone calls. Thank you, everyone.